Alright, Barakdai Howard, Barakdai Howard Shai, Barakdai Howard, Barakdai Howard Shai, Kalpala Howard Bachin, Howard Shai, Bachin, Howard Kakadach. Double honor to the elder apostle of Great North of Woo and stereotyping to the Aki and I put to the truth across the four corners of the earth to the fear and power of Yahweh Bahashin, Yahweh Shai. That's the hopeful elect. And citation to the Israelite foreigner that is scattered among all the nations throughout the four corners of the earth that believe in the name of Yahweh Bahashin, Yahweh Shai. And shalom to the spiritual sister and family that tune into the gospel and the doctrine I preach around the whole earth. Peace and mercy unto you. And who the world ignorantly called God, his name is Yahweh. And who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai. Alright? And this Hebrew Israelite is the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, and those that are scattered among all the other nations whose line and descendant go back to one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Alright, now you can see on the screen, it's Karen came across this from one of the bro that I follow on Instagram, posted this, and you don't know, Karen is what the name been placed on Edomite woman, which is so-called white woman, and there's a whole Instagram page dedicated to Karen. It's called "Fuck You, Karen Mem." All right, basically Edomite women that are calling cop on Jake or complaining or trying to take things and take matter of their own hand. But these are the women of the Edomite. All right, so it's not just the men that show their hatred toward you tribe, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Let's go back up. All right, that's still on that. But also, the woman, right, that's showing their hatred toward you, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. All right, the Edomite woman, and there's a name that's been placed on them, Karen. All right, and it's been going on for the past few months. All right, and it's crazy how the spirit worked to have that name placed on the Edomite woman, the so-called white woman, to be called Karen. Now you look it up in the edomonline.com. It's the Mongoloid people of Burma. If I'm not mistaken, that's out there the China area. If I'm not mistaken, But it said from Bert Meath, Karen, wild, dirty, low-case men. See? So, the meaning right here is wild, dirty, low-case men. And that's what the Edomite women are. Along with their counterpart, the men. Alright? What the men do, the women follow. Alright? So you can see wild, dirty, low-case men. Now you look up the word case. It's that each of the hereditary classes of Hindu society distinguished by relative degree of ritual purity or pollution and of social status, member of the lower caste, a man of high caste. Alright? We read down here in the caste, she should not marry outside her caste, would go into class, social order, rank, level, station, echelon, status, station. Alright? So basically, Edomite woman, the one Karen would ultimately mean a name for men, but it also applies to the women, alright? Because they're Edomite, alright? Which come from their fathers, alright? Which is Edom. His name changed to Edom, okay? That's who their forefather is. All right, they're actually the base of the people. They're the lowest of the lowest. Now you look up Kate and Adam online. It's pretty much saying the same thing, but a little bit different. It's the one of the hereditary social group of India, 1510 from Portuguese kata, breed, rate, case. All right, so it really means breed. It's earlier kata ratka, because Spanish is raza, which means race. Unmixed race, from Latin cata, cut off, separated, also appear to be a notion of cut off from fault. It's the Kate system is first recorded 1840. An earlier, now obsolete sense of Kate in English is a rate of men, from Latin cata, shate. All right, a rate of men, right? Because Edomite woman, Karen, so-called white woman, come from their counterpart, Edomite men. All right, because men is the one that bring forth their children, their seed, right? Because men are the one that carry the X and the Y chromosome. All right, so that's why the word and the name Karen is placed on these Edomite women, right? Because they're wild and they're actually dirty, you know. Me personally, never been with an Edomite woman, a so-called white woman, but they are nasty and dirty and they're wild. But the low Cape men, they're at the bottom. All right, they're literally at the bottom. But through history and through slavery, and from the Dark Ages, from the Renaissance period, they came up to power and made itself above everybody else and put that white supremacy. In actuality, they're actually the lowest of the people. All right, they were gonna get that scripture too, because it's the scripture where it said, "Carrying low caged men," with me at the bottom. All right, where you see here, it said, "A rate of men, caged them," and the word caged mean what? Breed, race. So they're at the lowest. Now it's not it. This is Job. I'm gonna start up at top and then go down. This is Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision. And why they younger than I? It's Job speaking. Job being an Israelite, right? And Edomite, which are so-called white people today, they are younger. They're the last nation to be come up, all right? Because you had our forefather Isaac that had who? Jacob and Esau, all right? So they're the last nation, the last group of people to be brought up here on earth. All right, for their forefather Esau, which name was changed to Edom. Esau means wasted away. That's why they have their skin that they have. All right, their flesh is wasted away. They have no pigmentation, and his name was changed to Edom, which means red. Right, because their skin is a derivative of red, from pink to red. It said now, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose father I will have disdain that hath sat with the dog of my flock. So he wouldn't even have them over the flock, right? Because Esau, Edom, those called white men, they're nasty. Even the woman, they'll have set the dog with the animal. They'll do all these vile, nasty things with the animal. That's why he would disdain to have them set over the dog of his flock. Alright? They into that bestiality. If the yet were two might the strength of their hand profit me, and whom old age was perish? For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time desolate and waste, who cut up marlow by the bushes and juniper root for their meat, and that's what they ate. They were eating juniper, basically out of the bushes and basically from the ground, the root from the ground. Okay? They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. They dwelt in the cliff of the valley, in cave of the earth, and in the rock. Right? Because the first drove them, when they drove out the Horite, which are Hamite, which they call Africans, right? Down there in, with the day of Petra, all right? Which is Mount Seir. That's where they were going. They were going in the cleft of the rock in the mountain, all right? And then during the Dark Ages, where Israelites, so-called Negro, were ruling Europe, all up in them areas, they drove the so-called white people up into the mountain, the Caucasus Mountain. That's why they call it the Caucasian, right? Because they came from the Caucasus Mountain, so they call it the Caucasian. Okay, which means that they have taken always with to dwell up in the mountain, up in the cliff, and that's why they have skyscrapers, high-rise buildings, and that's why they live up on the hill. All right, in each city you have houses on the hill. A majority of them are Edom, don't call white people. All right, that's their spirit to dwell in the cleft of the rock. All right, it's up in the mountain. Instead, among the bushes they bray it, which means they pretty much eat away at it. Under the nettle they were gathered together. They were children of food, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. All right, so they were base men of the lowest. Now you look up the word base, just for edification sake. All right, it's the lowest part or edge of something. All right, so a case system. And you look up, it's the base of the tower foundation bottom. All right, so they really at the bottom. All right, now we go back to the meaning in Karen. It's the low case system, so they were at the lowest of the case system of the race. All right, so we already look up case mean a race breed, so they were the lowest. Okay, so they were the children of bait men. They're really on the bottom. The so-called white people were really on the bottom. They were viler than the earth. They were worse than the earth. Now we look up the word viler in the Hebrew. It actually means something. Come on, let's get this. Let it load, let it load. Hebrew word for vowel. It's the nakah, nakah. It's that the striped squares might drive away be viler. Yeah, look up the word viler. It's the extremely unpleasant. Vowel smell morally bad, wicked. So these so-called white people are morally bad and they're wicked. All right, they don't have no moral, and the thing that they do are contrary to what the Most High has set up. All right, and they're wicked. Let's go back to the scripture. They're wicked people, man. Let's go back to that Job 30:8. At that Job 30:8, they were children of fools. Yeah, children of bait men. They were viler than the earth. And now I am their throne. Yeah, I am their byword. All right. Well, first I'm gonna get this precept, and we're gonna go back to that verse 9. This is Daniel 4:17. It's the Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watcher, and the demand by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men. All right. So Yahweh basically, whoever is ruling, that's who he has set up the rule here on the earth. Okay. So now that we're in a rulership under Esau, Edom, so-called white people, who the world called God, how will he set them up to rule the earth? Okay? That's a whole nother lesson to go into. Alright? And give it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men. See? So he set it up the basis of the men to rule the earth. And we already read in Job 30, alright, the base of men, that they are the base of men. And now we're reading here now that he set it up the basis of men to rule the earth. Okay? Let's shoot a firework out here. Now we look up the basis of men, the basis in the Hebrew. This is the Hebrew word for basis. It's the chapal. It's their lowliest. Alright? Basis. Go at the bottom though. We already look at the word base, okay? Now, I read and give it to whomsoever he will instead of over the basis of men. Job 9:24. Alright? Job 9:24 tell you what? Job 9:24 said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That we just read in Job and Daniel, right? 4:17, that he set up whoever he will. So this earth is given to the hand of the wicked. And I already read that the meaning for vow, right? I mean wicked. So these so-called white people, Esau, Edom, or the wicked, and they've been given to the hand of the wicked, which is Esau and Edom. All right. That he covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? All right. And the covering the faces of the judges is iconoclasm. All right. After the Dark Ages, during the Renaissance period, where Esau, Edom, so-called white people coming out of the Caucasus Mountain, and they started to gain power and coming up in the rank and marrying to these noble families. They started coming up the judges, all right, and ultimately they put up the pain of Yahweh, the anointed who the world called Jesus Christ. The image you see today is Cedric Borgia, all right, which his father was Alexander Pope of Rome, okay, and he said, "I'm the father, then my son is Jesus Christ," and that's why that painting was commissioned, all right. And yeah, Michelangelo painted that painting, okay, which is white supremacy. They then put in that white supremacy. Covers the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? Then who is he? He's been identified, okay? They tell you in 2 Thessalonians 2 that the it had been a falling away and that the mystery of iniquity be revealed. And that mystery of iniquity, Esau, Edom, so-called white men have been revealed. Okay? And now we're going back to Daniel 4:17. Right? And it said, give it to whomsoever he will and set it up over it the basis of men. Alright? So these people that's on the bottom are the basis of men. And that's all go back to why they're being called Karen. These Edomite women are being called Karen because they are the bottom. They are the base. They're the lowest people. So it's spiritual for them to have that name. Alright? So now it's time for them to have to have the byword proverb, right? So that's why I want to go back to Job 30 and 9. And now I am their song, yeah, I am their byword, right? Because they started calling us out of that we're not. They started calling us black, African American, Negro, niggers, Hispanics, Mexican, Bit, Wetback, Native American, Savage, Indian. All those are bywords. All right. Now I'm gonna get because now those bywords and stuff are being placed upon them. Okay. Now the curses are being placed upon Esau, Edom, which is our number one enemy amongst our enemies. All right, because these other nations are enemies. Okay, it's Genesis Not Genesis, Deuteronomy 30 and 30 and 7. It said, "And the Lord Yahweh shall shine thy power, will put all these curses upon thy enemy." All right, and on them that hate thee, will persecute thee. So have we been persecuted by Esau, Edom, the white people? We have. The whole reason was slavery. That was our persecution. They persecuted us. Okay, and we're still being persecuted to this very day. All right. Now I'm gonna go to 28. All right, because these are the curses. It said Deuteronomy 28 and 15. It said, "But it shall come to pass that if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh shall try thy power to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." So from verse 15 all the way down to 58 are the curses that we suffer to this very day. Now, we just read in Deuteronomy 30 and 7 now that the curse that we was under are going to be placed on our enemy. So they going to receive the curse that we was under. Okay? And one of those curses was, because we read about the byword and proverb, right? Verse 37, Deuteronomy 28 and 37, "And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee." So that's the curse that we have suffered. Being called niggas, nigger, African American, Negro, Latino, wetback, whatever it is that's not one of the 12 tribe names. Alright, those are byword and proverb and it's astonishment. Alright. But now they're starting to become a byword. Alright. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And that's why they be called Karen. They be calling the basis of people, the basis of men. It's Deuteronomy 30 and 7. "And the Lord Yahweh shall try thy power, will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." Okay? And that's why you're called Karen now. Alright? Which is wild, dirty, low-caste men. You are the people, man. So that's why you're being called Karen. Alright? And the spirit is showing that you are these base people and that you wild and dirty. Alright? You know? You ain't gotta have an Instagram account to check these video out and see how wild and dirty they are. They're showing their horn. Alright? That's why the scripture tell you in Deuteronomy 12. Alright? I'm not gonna read the whole thing. But Deuteronomy 12 and 10. "Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted throws his wickedness." Alright? What that mean that you have an iron, right? And say that iron with the wickedness, okay? And now when the rust come, that wickedness, you don't see that wickedness. It's rusted. But then when you wipe that rust away, that wickedness shows. And that's what's going on now. That rust is being wiped off the iron, and you're seeing the wickedness of the Edomite devils. Okay? That's why the next verse there, verse 11, "Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass." Alright, so you know how you get out the shower and the mirror is fogged up, you can't see yourself. But once you wipe it, you can see yourself. And that's how it is with Esau Edom. Okay? "And thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away." Okay? So you should know that his wickedness haven't been done away with. Because once you wipe that rust away, you'll see that he's showing himself who he really is, a devil. Right? So this is concluded, hopefully this is edifying to the fear and power of Yahweh Shai, by Howard Kakadash, the Holy Spirit, Shalom with that, Mawat Lababa with the DTA. Shalom.